As a journalist, your main focus is telling stories and not spending your time building websites. But what if I told you there was a way you could put together a professional portfolio website within a few minutes without having to do any code? That's the advantage offered by Wix's AI-powered website builder. It allows you to tell the website what you want it to develop in a very simple, very easy way, and then put together your content so it looks fantastic and really professional, and allows the person who might be hiring you next time, maybe as a freelancer or your next job opportunity, a chance to see all the fantastic work that you can do. So what I'm going to do now is take you through step by step how you can harness this opportunity to put together something which can really help sell you and develop your career further. Okay, so this is the Wix website, and as you can see at the top, this is the website address that I've come to, which is wix.com/AI-website-builder, and this is taking me straight to this section here where at the top it tells me that I can experience site creation like never before and create with AI. So if you click that button there to press that you're creating with AI, and then you'll get two options, which is AI website creation, which is building your site step by step with AI and customizing it virtually with drag and drop, or vibe style website creation, which is generating an entire site from a prompt. Best if you can describe your vision in words. So what we're going to have a go at today is this vibe style website creation. So we'll click there to get started, and it says here it creates a one-of-a-kind website from your prompt, shaped by your ideas and powered by AI. But because AI is still learning and can be unpredictable, you'll need to double check that everything works correctly. Okay, so that's what we'll do to start with. So we'll continue with Wix Vibe. So the first thing it's asking for here is for me to describe my vision and get a production ready website in minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to enter a prompt which then gives a significant amount of detail to it, because if I'm able to do that, then I'm able to kind of describe quite well exactly what I'm going to be wanting to do. So one of the ways that I can do this here is I don't actually need to type it in. I can just press this button here, which will let me just explain what I want from the site. Okay, I want to create a journalism portfolio website to showcase my work as a multimedia journalist. The website needs to highlight my work as a journalist, including articles, podcasts, video packages, and social media content. It needs to reflect my interest in news reporting and demonstrate my writing, video, audio skills, and storytelling ability. I want to present a clear professional portfolio to show potential employers. I want to demonstrate my skills in news writing, visual storytelling, and broadcast journalism, and showcase my published work and projects in one easy to navigate space. I wanted to make it easy for other people to contact me or commission me. Okay, so now that prompt is in here. So I'll just tick OK off the start. And I've kind of told it exactly what I want to do here at this point. So I'll now see what happens when I put that prompt in. Okay, so it's already started generating my site's blueprint for my journalism portfolio website. So we're beginning to see things will start taking place at this point. So one of the things it's already decided is the structure. So it's going to give me a home page, it's going to give me a portfolio page, it's going to be a project detail page. So we'll see how useful that one is. An about page and a contact page. I think those are all things that we're going to potentially need. It's giving me the opportunity here to edit the blueprint. So what I think I'm going to do is make sure I take that opportunity up. So I don't think at this point I need a project detail page. That might be something that I'll come back to at a later point. If I go a little bit further up here, so yeah, this is all the stuff that I told it before. Users can click on individual projects to see detailed descriptions, the about section, the content form. Yeah, okay, that's all fine. It's asking up here, for example, it's got a site name. I don't necessarily want that. I want my name as the site name. So I want to change that. And then it's going to give me a new domain off the back of that, I would imagine. So it's going to regenerate that now. So that's good. It's given me an overview here of what I'm aiming to do. It's given me a design partner, and you can change this design pattern. So that's the text it's planned on using Helvetica. That's for your paragraphs, and those are the colours. So if I click onto here, I can get different options. And I can see the different colour schemes. I actually quite like this one. So that's what I'm going to go with at this point. And then I'm going to tell it to generate my site and see what it looks like. Okay, so now it's taking me to this screen here where it's saying it's putting my journalism portfolio website has been developed, and the process that it's going on here. So on the left hand side here, it's telling me it's beginning to build the website, and it's keeping me up to date with how things are going on that score. As you can see here, I've got the site, I've got the dashboard, which will be the back end of the website, with the code. So if I want to go into the code, I can do that if I want to, but obviously really I'm only interested in the site, which is the front end, and the dashboard, which is the back end, which will then help me kind of adjust what I need to on the website as it's going along. But as you can see on this left hand side now, we've gone through content management setup, it's doing navigation, layout, so all happening fairly quickly, which is positive, and we will see what we end up with once it's gone through this process. Okay, so my website has just been created. It's taken 5 minutes from me putting that prompt in for it basically to work through all these different sections here. So it was doing typography, it was doing layout, it was doing a contacts page, an about page, a portfolio page. So it worked through quite a lot of different areas. It's now set up my website. So as you can see, there are things that I'm obviously going to need to adjust about it. It's kind of put some holding content in there to start off with, but it's kind of already got going in terms of what the website itself could potentially look like. So for example, I can obviously edit all this information as well, but it's kind of doing a bit of a sell at the top here, in terms of, you know, my skill set, and then it's kind of running a bit like a CV, I suppose. It's got my skills at the top, featured work, and then lots of these articles that it's generated. Obviously what I would need to do with this is go into the back end, and change the content from the content that it's just stuck in there for the moment into my content. So obviously that's something that you would need to do, but it's kind of just put some holding information in there. So then it's done about me as well, so I need to adjust that. I would need to adjust this information as well, but it's given me a starting place to kind of kick on with, and it's done a lot of the setup already. So this is the home page. Obviously I've got a portfolio page, which, as you can see here, it's got categories. So at the moment it's showing all the work, but if I then click on articles, it gives the articles in there. If I click on podcasts, it gives the podcasts in there. If I click on videos, it gives the videos in there. So it's got a structure to it, and if I kind of changed my content around, then I could, obviously use that structure. Similarly, it's got an about me, so like a short section there, and then it's got a picture, which is obviously not me, that I would need to replace. and kind of broken down those skills a little bit, and those would be things that you would edit as you go along, and then kind of goes down into kind of a CV style layout. So again, you would need to change that obviously with the information, because it's just stuck things in as it has done here. So those are things that would need to obviously be adjusted, but I've got the website laid out. And it's got a contact form, which is useful because obviously that's a way that people can get in touch with me. And I would need to obviously adjust the email, the phone number, the location. For some reason it's put me in New York. It's got links to the socials, and it's got a thing saying I will try and respond within 24 hours. So it's got a lot of things in here that are quite useful, but obviously I would need to go in and adjust all of this. To do that, I just need to go into the select and edit menu to get started here. So I can now click into that and just edit the information if I want to. I can basically just work through all the content that's on the website and make the adjustments as I need to. So on here, I can edit all the skills. I can change, so it's replace in there if I want to, or I can just, make adjustments to that, as with all the sections. So it's quite easy to kind of work with in terms of being able to change things about it. I can change the about me, I can change all the statistics if I go into them without any issues. All the elements are things that I can just click into and have a look at in more detail. So that's kind of how you can get started with it. Obviously, it then needs quite a bit of development, and that's one of the challenges as you go further into it. But as a way of getting you started, that took 5 minutes to basically get from a prompt of explaining what I'm wanting into something which is then ready to go effectively, in terms of just making those adjustments that personalise it for the individual. So that can be quite a quick way of getting started and then kind of developing your website from there. So one of the real advantages of using this as a way of setting up a website is that it basically keeps you away from a lot of the technical side of things. So you can basically go through the website and adjust what you're seeing in front of you quite easily by just clicking on the different sections and moving things around as you need to, edit them as you need to go around, making the adjustments. And that can potentially be quite helpful if you're one of the people who are not too keen on getting involved in code and not too keen on developing the back end of the website, but are more interested in what you can physically see on the front end, because you are basically working with all the elements that you can see in front of you, which is one of the advantages of Wix generally as a platform. But with this kind of way of just putting a prompt in and then it developing the website for you quite quickly, that can be something which makes that process even simpler. And as I did, it took me about 5 minutes to get started. So it can get you quite quickly into the process then of developing this website further, and can then hopefully leave you with something which is quite professional looking, and has all the content that you need to put into it quite quickly, and makes that process hopefully a little bit easier for you, giving you more time to focus on your actual journalism rather than working too much on a website.